All right, let's dive into the second half. We've already talked about how important it is to build basic habits, even if it's just one small thing at a time. That feeling of accomplishment really powers you up, right? We touched on money habits and relationship habits, those things that make you go, "Oh yeah, I knew that, but I haven't been doing it." Now, this second half gets even more interesting. We're talking about habits related to your words, your goals, and your time. What does that even mean? Well, when you watch this together with the first half, you'll suddenly see all sorts of options. I can do this, this, and this, and you can really customize your habits. So, stick around. Let's jump right into the habit of the words you use. There are some magical phrases out there. I've handpicked my top choices. The original list had 7 or 8, but I've narrowed it down to 4 powerful words. First, fun. Next, happy. Then, wonderful. And finally, lucky. Sounds good, right? This is fun. I'm so happy. That's wonderful. I'm so lucky. Easy to use, yeah? But you'd be surprised how many people habitually say the opposite. Think about it. How many people do you know who are always saying, "Oh, this is a drag"? They say it all the time, right? "This is the worst. That's so lame." There are people who always want to tear things down. "This is a drag" becomes their go-to phrase, something they pull out without even thinking. It's like they're constantly beating themselves up. But those phrases just slip out sometimes, don't they? Especially when you're tired. But that's exactly when you should be saying the positive things. You know, when something is genuinely fun, you don't need to say, "This is fun." It's obvious. But when you're exhausted, that's when you need to force yourself to say, "I'm so lucky," or "I'm so happy." By saying those words, you can actually heal and feel better. The power of words is real. I've been doing it myself. Every single day I say, "This is fun." That's the motto of my own community. It's fun to be alive. It's not about something specific being fun, it's about life itself being fun. Now, some people might say, "Whoa, that sounds like a weird cult." And if that's what you think, fine, so what? If saying it's fun to be alive and making everyone feel good is a cult, then what's so bad about that? If I were telling everyone they were worthless and going to hell, then you should shut that cult down immediately, because that would be terrifying. But I'm saying, it's fun to be alive. Everyone's wonderful. I'm so lucky. And you know what? I say, I'm so happy a lot too. When I'm eating with my family and a nice breeze comes in, I always say, I'm so happy. I often say, I'm so lucky in those moments. It makes me feel truly happy and grateful. I'm incredibly fortunate. Anyone looking at my life would say I'm happy and lucky. But I've kept saying it even through tough times. Looking back, there have been hard moments, but even then, I gritted my teeth and said, I'm happy, I'm lucky. All right, let's do this. That kind of feeling bubbles up. Life is fun, even when it throws challenges my way. What a great game you've set up for me. That's how I look at it. When a formidable rival appears, I don't say, I hate that guy. If only he wasn't around. No, I think, that rival is fueling my competitive spirit. Awesome. This game just got more interesting. That's how I make it fun. I don't see obstacles, I see beautiful rivals who make the game exciting. By converting everything into positive terms, things become more and more enjoyable. This is so important. Oh no, this is awful. This is a disaster. No, no, no. This is the greatest challenge ever. This is the moment the hero shines. What an amazing event. Thanks for giving me such an exciting opportunity, God. You really know how to amp me up. That's what you should say. You'll gradually start to feel like the main character. If I defeat this enemy, something even more amazing will be waiting for me. That's how you build excitement. It's especially important to use positive words when you're in bed. Only think about good things when you're in bed, especially at night when you're alone, late at night, exhausted, and can't sleep. It's so easy to become negative then. Oh, I shouldn't have said that today. How embarrassing. Why did I say that? I can't sleep thinking about what that person thought back then. Why did I do that? Don't waste your time on those thoughts. Tomorrow I have this and that to do. I'm worried. Will things go well tomorrow? And then you start thinking, I'm so insignificant. I'll always be insignificant. What will happen to me in the future? I'm anxious about the future. I don't feel like I can achieve anything. This is the worst. Listen carefully. You must only think about good things when you're in bed. This is the most important habit of all. I want you to remember this above everything else. The only words you should say out loud at night are "Thank you for today." That's it. Thank you for today. I did my best. It was a challenging day, but thank you for everything. I appreciate it. Good job, me. Then go to sleep. Think about everything else tomorrow. Today is over. Just end it with, "Thank you very much." Give it all to tomorrow. Because tomorrow exists. Leave it all to tomorrow. No regrets when you get into bed. No dwelling on the past. Then what about daytime? What if things are tough during the day? Well, maybe there's someone you dislike, or you're dealing with a problem. What should you say then? The phrase you should use is, "This is not a big deal." Seriously, whatever it is, it's not a big deal. No problem. Say it out loud. Someone said something nasty to you? You're angry? You want to snap back? No, no, no. Just walk away and say, "This is not a big deal." Something bad happened? You're panicking? Oh no, I'm not going to make it. No, this is not a big deal. In reality, it probably isn't that serious. If you really think about it, you can probably fix it tomorrow. But don't you often react with, "Oh no, what are we going to do? This is a disaster." You're saying it yourself. But this is not a big deal. 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 Someone said something nasty? It's really not a big deal. I'll never forgive that person. But they're just a minor character in your life. Why would you waste your energy on someone so insignificant? They're not important, and what they said isn't important. So, just let it go. So, you get it, right? I've suggested just 6 phrases. Fun, happy, wonderful, lucky. Thank you for today. This is not a big deal. Practice them. Say them every single day. Train yourself to say these 6 phrases automatically. Especially when you're tired, stressed, or feeling down, try to use one of these phrases. It will make you incredibly resilient. These small habits will save you. On the flip side, if you always say the opposite, you'll be in a terrible situation. It will build up, and you'll start to hate yourself. Your self-esteem will sink into a swamp. So support yourself with these 6 phrases every day. The darkness of night can really drag you down into self-doubt. It happens to me too. Even with my high self-esteem, sometimes I start to worry in the quiet of the night. But it's just the night. Escape. Go to sleep. When you wake up, everything will be fine. Sunlight will bring back your self-esteem. Oh yeah, I'm awesome. Then you wonder why you were in such a negative mood the night before. That's just how the human mind works. Countries with short daylight hours often have higher suicide rates and more cases of depression. The night and countries with long nights can be difficult. So see it as a matter of life and death and escape the night. Believe in the power of words. So, now you have self-esteem, right? Let's talk about goals. This is interesting. I really connected with this idea. Imagine your best self in 10 years. You see, how you imagine your future determines the size of your world. What will you be doing in 10 years? Ask yourself that. Or ask people you admire, leaders, or people you'd trust with your future. If they describe something small and limited, then that's all they'll achieve. You can only go as far as you can imagine. It's like deciding what to have for dinner. If you decide to have curry, you'll have curry. If you decide you absolutely must have amazing sushi, you'll research the best sushi places and go eat there. Someone who just thinks, "I'll just make some instant curry," will end up eating instant curry. You can only reach the level of the self you imagine, because you're the one steering the ship.